Okay, so welcome everyone. So this is 30th of March, and actually, this is an introduction to our ongoing class for 2027 Edexcel ICT exam. Right, we already have a batch that is ongoing. There are a couple of students around. I think Taruki around 6, 7 students are there, right? So Taruki is my assistant, so she is helping me with the classes. Um, so basically, if I give a little bit of a background for everyone, so myself, I'm Sudhira Jayasekara. So I have been doing IT as a profession for 15 plus years. I'm currently working for a company called Virtusha, and that's my profession, right? I come from IT background, and I have been teaching IT for some time, right? While since long time ago, I have been teaching IT, and I have been teaching Edexcel ICT and computer science and Cambridge computer science, local O level and local A level computer IT. For O level it is ICT. For A level it is again ICT. And for Edexcel A level IT. So those subjects relate all are related to IT, and I've been doing that. So I have students who have done exams in 2025, and there is a large batch of students who are doing exams this year in coming June, around 30, close to 30 students. So we have physical classes and online classes also. So I will just give a summary today. I'm not planning to, let's see if there is time existing, I'll show you some of the concepts, but and I would like to send a small survey to everyone just to collect some information. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to send a message in chat, Kalidu and Kimaya. And for everyone who is watching the recording, please request me the survey. I will provide it to you because this survey is to gather certain information about what's your name and what is the information. So I put a link in the chat. I hope you guys can access it, right? It's a very simple survey. I'll show you, like, I have the edit view. I'll show it to you guys. It's a very simple survey. So just checking the information. So you need to provide your student name and where do you reside and the WhatsApp number, the one that you joined the group from, and what is the class preference, right? So maybe I put any either Kimaya or Khalidu. Are you doing computer science also additionally to ICT?
Yeah, sir.
You're
Uh,
also doing computer science, right? So, your Kimaya, what about you? Sorry,
yes, sir.
both of you are doing. Okay. So, okay, I'll give a heads up on what are the 2027 batches related to Edexcel, right? So, this is the introduction class for Edexcel ICT, right? The Edexcel ICT class is on. Okay, let me close this. And you need to provide your Gmail address, right? Because if you don't have one, just leave it blank and just submit the form, right? Please do submit the form as soon as possible, if possible, right? So that I can identify and can you, like, you both are in the group, right? Can you kindly ask your parents to send a message to the group mentioning your name? Just say, like, just type your name and send a message to the group. That's enough. Okay,
Okay, sir.
right? All right. So we have done in okay ICT 2027 Edexcel June exam batch, right? So that is our class. That class is on Wednesday, 8 o'clock, and it goes up to 9:30 in the night, right? And the last half hour, if there are any questions or concerns, I will leave it that, like, generally the class finishes within 1.5 hours. And after that, balance half an hour. If you have any questions or clarifications, I'll be there to answer them. Just request me, I'll be there, right? And one more thing, for all of these classes, this recording will be provided. and the every class the payment is upfront payment. So basically, so you before you enroll to the class, you will have to do the payment, then you will be enrolling to the class. Okay. But I'll make sure the next class, which is on the 8th of April, is free access for you guys. So because today I just want to do the introductory session, right? So I'll just show you what how our class looks like, right? If you can see the screen. This is related to ICT. I'll talk about computer science later on, right? So as you know, do you know how many units are there in the ICT book? Do you have a printed version of the ICT book?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have any idea how many units are there in that book? Like this is the book, right? So how many units are there? So if you scroll down, like this is actually a edited version, if right. So I have changed certain pages, right, to remove certain pages so that the PDF number and the number appearing on the latter part of the book is aligned, right? Otherwise, most of the time the numbers don't align in the PDF. So okay, I just want to see this. So you have 6 units, right? The first one is
Yes, sir.
called yeah. Um, the first one is called digital devices. The second
Sir.
one is called connectivity. Third one is operating online. Fourth one is online goods and services. And fifth and sixth are actually applying information and communication technology and software skills. So
Excuse me, sir.
yes, yeah.
Sorry, sir. I'm having the computer science textbook, not the ICT.
Hold on. Are you doing computer science or ICT at
I'm
school?
doing computer science.
Oh, okay. Um, this class is for ICT, but okay, just hold on. I'll cover computer science also, right? Because it's a class overview. Just give me a moment, right? So this is the book for ICT. So you have 6 lessons here. So Kalidu, you're doing ICT and computer science both, right?
Sir, only ICT.
You're only doing ICT. Okay, fine. So I'll do half a session for ICT, half a session for computer science today, right? Just to tell both of you
Okay, sir.
what it is, right? So if we really go to this one, in our ICT class, we have unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, and unit 4, right? So basically, this is called the theory syllabus. So unit 1, unit 2, it is unit 1 is called computers and devices. Unit 2 is networking. And actually, unit 3 and unit 4, I have broken it into like two mixed areas because in the book, there are concepts that are like not really properly aligning with the content of each unit. So I just mixed it so that it is properly aligning and it is easier for you guys to understand. So the unit 3 part, which is called security, privacy, and digital responsibility, and there is another one, part of Unit 3 and Unit 4, online information services and cloud, right? So, year 1 and year 2 meaning, basically, now it is now first year is completed. The second year we need to do, but we will go through all of these things. So, don't worry about it before the exam, right? So, I'll show you where we have stopped in the class, then we can continue from there. Then we will have certain term tests, we will have past paper discussions, we will have mock paper. This is for theory, right? And for theory, we have the unit 1, right, Kalidu? So computer architecture and components. So these are the things that is there, like in the book. And type of computers, operating systems, and user interfaces. So actually, in the Wednesday class that is already continuing, we are at kind of this user interfaces area, right? Operating system functions, sorry, actually, operating system functions and types are finished, and we should be starting user interfaces and security. So I think what you can do is you can attend the class from this point onwards, relating to earlier modules. Anyway, we will be covering them as we go further, and we will do paper discussions and everything. But if there is a requirement for the recordings for the earlier classes, please let me know. We can sort that out. Okay. So next we will be doing input and output connected devices, all of those things in the book, right? And under unit 2, we will be covering a lot of things related to audio, visual, and content delivery, wired and data media, network terminology, network hardware, communication protocols, a lot of those things, right? So don't really worry about these things. These will be covered during the class, right? And the next one is practical, right? So for practical, we'll be doing Word as graphics editing, Photoshop, Excel, PowerPoint, and certain information regarding software licensing, sound and project management, web authoring for HTML, and databases related to MS Access, right? I just wanted to tell you these are the areas. So we'll be having theory class. We'll be Some days it will be theory class, some days it will be practical class. So in the Wednesday class, we have already covered Photoshop and Excel, and we have covered one Microsoft Word also. But all of those things, especially I will try to do some catch up classes for you guys for Photoshop, Excel, and PowerPoint. Sorry, Photoshop, Excel, and Word, because these are very critical ones that you will need to know to face the exam. Okay. So those are the things, and I just wanted to show you certain notes, right? So this is something that we prepared for our this year batch who will be going for the exam. This is called Top Achiever Series, right? So basically, what this Top Achiever Series is, it is like 2026 exam target concepts, right? What are the very quick finding ones? Most probably, my understanding is a lot of questions like target questions will be there from these sections. So, given insight on certain areas, analyzing the patterns of the papers, and certain things that they need to memorize, right? These are actually like a lot of newer concepts that are being questioned on papers. So we are doing those things, and a lot of sensors, right? So these are actually not in the book, but really questioned in the papers. If you would have if you'd have gone through even term tests will be asking these based on past papers, right? Then how to write discussion questions and answers for 8-mark questions. What is the structure? Example answers. Likewise, a lot of those things, right? And for Kimaya, what I need to tell you is, I'll be very open and honest with you. I don't have a slide deck like this created for computer science, but computer science is actually having certain things in addition to this. But I can tell you about that. But some of the concepts that you see here will be covered under computer science is kind of half of ICT plus some other development concepts. So we will focus on those areas, right? I'll come to that, right? So I just want to give that overview. And for example, like this is the note that we are covering in our Wednesday class, right? So I'll show you where we have stopped, right? So all of these notes are given to you guys. You can write it down in your notebooks. Uh, you can't print this, right? You have to draw this and write it down, because if you write the things only, you will understand, right? So what are the notes on what is random access memory, virtual memory? So Kimaya, all of these concepts of what is RAM, what is virtual memory, all of these things are there in computer science also, right? We will be covering them. Don't worry about
Yes.
it, right? So what is ROM? So more than this, there are certain types like cache memory, registers. So which is little bit in addition to what is there for they are in. If you really consider what is the difference between computer science and ICT is, ICT has a practical component. Computer science also has a practical component. The computer science practical component is related to software development. ICT practical is related to office software. In theory part, there are certain things additionally covered in computer science which are not there in ICT, and there are things in ICT which are not there in computer science also, right? It's like that. But there are a lot of common areas also, right? So units of memory storage, again, some common theme in what do you call computer science also. So the same thing will be going through. I have not started those areas yet, right? So general calculations, what is storage, what are the storage devices, how to understand the speed, the cost, the size, right? What are optical media, components from past papers questions, this kind of like these are the things that like we have gone through these things, right? So inside a hard disk drive, how does it look, right? Components of magnetic tape drive, right? This is actually a target question, right? This is from a PSN book, and I thought like most probably there is some possibility such a question could come, right? Then how a magnetic tape drive works, what are floppy disks, so flash media, solid state drive, all of those things, type of data access, sequential, random, formatting, like we discuss and do examples of these things, right? And I'm not just going through this, I'll show you videos, right, to understand all of those things. Yeah, there are YouTube content, right? Not that I have created them, but there are very valuable content on YouTube, but which fact like which is valuable for you guys, I'll show it to you, right? So process cycle, clock cycle, questions, how to answer them, operating systems, and all of those things. So we are actually at, if I'm not mistaken, right. We are at this latter part, Kalidu. We are actually finishing these OS functions. I'm not really
Okay, sir.
exactly sure which slide we are because I had to check that. But after that, I think the best place to start for you is type of computers, and it will be continuing, right? So we will visit
Okay.
what are the types of computers, single board computers, right? Mobile phones, embedded systems, everything. Don't worry about everything will be covered. Okay, right. So
Okay, sir.
then I will just switch to, so this is just the lesson one, right? So there are a lot of lessons. So the unit one, right? So then you have a networking lesson. Maybe I'll show you that also. Uh, this is related to our give me a second. Mhm. And we do past paper practice also, and we have certain class papers, and yeah, give me a second. I just want to show you what is the networking one is looking like. Online theory student notes. Okay. This is related to the lesson two, right? Which is talking about connectivity, right? You know, routers, switches, all the things, right? What I have seen is there are most areas that there are questioned in the book, but very lightly covered by schools, right? And students lose a lot of marks because those areas they don't have understanding. Like these things, these are the things that like what is audio visual content delivery, right? So what is broadcasting, unicasting, analog versus digital, all of these things should be covered under networking, right? What is GPS systems, satellite systems, device to device communicate. Okay, sorry, this is the student notes, my bad, wrong slide. You need to um, okay. Certain interactive content are here. So Kimaya, certain concepts in networking also applies relating to when we talk about computer science also. It's the same thing, right? Data communication, data transmission, megabits, megabytes, like routers, switches, all of those things, right? I don't know whether your school has covered up to that point now, but
Uh,
those done.
yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we anyway, we those things will be covered. So I'm just going through the second unit of ICT, right? So this is broadcasting, how it works, unicasting, analog versus digital. So certain videos, right? GPS systems, how those things work. and communication like device to device communication. What are the terminology, right? And what is Ethernet? What is wired data transmission? Copper cable Ethernet, fiber cable Ethernet, devices. So a lot of things we will be covering related to Unit 2 also, right? So most of these concepts will be applicable for computer science also. Some are applicable, some are not applicable, but we will be doing. Okay, these are comparisons. So there are like, have you guys noticed questions coming in past papers? Compare this and that. So these kind of tables will help you to compare those things. Then network types, tethering, identifying device on the network. So all of those things are there, right? So you'll get this access to notes and everything to write down. So not to worry about any of those things when you enroll for the class, right? And I know Miheli, right? Hi Miheli. Hello. I see a new joiner. Hi Miheli. If you are talking, you're on mute and we can't hear you. Hello. No? Okay. And okay, I'll be touching upon practical stuff, Khalidu. So we will be doing
Yeah.
yeah, we will be doing things in Photoshop, right? We will be
Okay.
using Photoshop to edit images. So I don't know whether your school, what is the software that they are trying to use to do photo editing, like image, like logo creation and all of those things?
Photoshops.
Photoshop. Okay, cool. So we'll be learning about Photoshop, what to do, how to create logos, edit images, make things transparent, all of those things, right? So,
Okay.
right. And then there is certain information regarding what are digital images, what are raster images, right? How to approach them. So, how to do calculations. So these things are applicable for computer science also, Kimaya, right? So digital images, calculations, all of those things are there. Then, right, what are vector graphics, bitmap images, color depth, bit depth, and calculating image file sizes, examples, and okay, you got the idea now, right? Then we have things related to access. I just want to show you guys, right? So we will be doing access. We'll be learning access very thoroughly. How does access work? And how to do queries, forms, reports, all the advanced stuff, right? Then, yeah, so the using access, right? What is introduction? How to do use access to do certain things? What is a view? Okay, I'm not just not going to show the slideshow, right? We are going to practically do it, and I'll do it together with you, screen share, and if you have any issues, sort it out. Like so, a lot of things, lot of work will be done. So a lot of emphasis will be there regarding practicals. Okay. Right. And I just want to sum it up with what are the kind of papers that we have done. So I'll be giving you like online, basically for online classes, you would need to print out the paper and get it done. But generally, I will show you what sort of papers we have. Standard papers, which are, hold on, I'll just close this. This one also not needed. Um, you will have certain papers to, okay, paper. So, right, I'll show you some class papers. Hello, Mihaly, can you hear us? Hello, hi Mihaly, can you hear us? Hello, Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi. Finally. Okay. Can I know? Okay. Are you doing ICT or computer science?
Computer science.
You're also doing computer science. Okay. I have two people computer science. Okay. This class was supposed to be actually for ICT overview, but don't worry, right? So I'll do a overview of computer science also, right? So these are kind of example papers that we have, right? Like mostly formatted similar to the exam paper actually, right? So we will be going through these and I'll be providing you certain papers to do these things also. Right. So similar thing will apply for computer science also, guys, right? Okay. Miheli and Kimaya. And all right. I think I think I could move on to computer science. Miheli, I would like okay, so can I know if you guys send those messages in the group with the name? Can you ask your parents to either send to the group or send the class number, like this number that you see on the screen? Please send a message to that with your name. That's enough so that we can identify. In the meantime, Miheli, I'm going to share the link to gather the information also. All right. Just submit it. So, Khalid and Kimaya, I hope you have filled it. Right. Okay. Moving on. So, Khalid, any other questions relating to ICT before I move on and like describe about computer science to Kimaya and Miheli?
No, sir.
All good,
Yeah, sir.
right? So don't worry about it. Everything will be covered by exams. Okay.
Okay,
Exams.
sir.
Okay. Again, exams by I mean Edexcel exam, right? So we will so
Yeah, sir.
sometimes certain things in the school that you have done, school is going at a very fast pace, right? If you
Yeah,
go also that fast pace, you will not be able to learn, right?
yeah.
But we will learn thoroughly and properly. That's the only thing that I want to say. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So okay, now I will move on to tell you guys Miheli and Kimaya regarding computer science. Right. I will stop this recording for a moment. And so, okay. So that's all for ICT. I'll start the recording again for computer science. So